For the past couple months, I've been piling up cool parts and saving them to do all in one video, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I got Robert here helping me. He's going to be my camera guy.
No, stop. Restart.
Video, I look like a dumbass when you film me. So like, just don't film me because like, I could get really pressured, and it's hard because I know that you're used to like being on camera, and like when I got a camera on me, I'm like stepping and I'm gonna trip on this or like trip on that. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, anyway, we got Rob here, and put down in the comments if he does a good job. Hopefully, he can be my cameraman more often. I already jumped the gun and started pulling some of the interior out. The majority of the stuff is going to be interior tune related, but we also got some stuff on the exterior as well. I got this sub because every sick, stylish drift car needs good audio and a sub. There wasn't really any room for it in the trunk, and I had a really hard time kind of coming up with a way to mount it. So instead, I decided, here's my rear seat delete. We're just gonna mount it to this right behind the driver's seat, and then it won't be going anywhere, and I don't know, just kind of adds to the interior tune. We already got it wired and stuff, and I already got these like washer riv nut things for like wood in there, so all we gotta do is just bolt this down and toss it in. Actually, the first thing I'm gonna do is I bought an add-on bar because I really like that look, and I just got it powder coated along with some other things that we'll be putting on, like my bash bars, but I think we should put that in first before we go putting the sub in. So I got the mounts just like loosely in there, and this sucks a little. If you're wondering what this rear seat delete is, it's made by Street Faction.
Oh, dude, this is so much better.
The light?
Yeah, the light looks good.
This is heavy. That was a nightmare, but the sub is in. The nightmare was trying to get the wires in when it's like up underneath, whatever. As you can see, I also got my D-Max formats back in, but let's move on to something fun now. Or more fun, I don't know. So I had my bash bars chrome plated, and now we can finally put the bash bar on and finally put the bumper on for the first time with those fenders, where it's not held up with like wood underneath, because you put the bumper on here and it just sags. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time, since I did my cage, but other things took priority over. But now here we are. This is actually one of the things I'm the most stoked about. I'm stoked about everything. I just love 240s. Best car ever.
I don't know, my dad's 03 Tahoe, he'd beg to differ.
Cool. Now let's take a look. Hell yeah. The back will look better. That turned out sick, didn't it? Rear bash bar kind of sucks to put in. It doesn't go in quite straight. If it had the wheels on and was outside, that would hit so hard. The video doesn't do it justice, but whoa, almost fell. Also, you can see that bar in there, the add-on bar. Hyped. Rear bumper is back on. If you're wondering why my car has no subframe, that's in a video that will probably come out after this. I meant to film me wrapping this, but I was like basically almost done when I remembered. But I got a second glove box that I wrapped in the same suede that the rest of my car is wrapped in on the inside. I think it actually came out super good. It came out way better than I could have hoped, but I got a second one in case I don't like it, so I can always go back and run the one that I had on. Also, I didn't want to wrap this one because my interior is super mint and I didn't want to potentially ruin it, because I've found that if you need to replace an interior part, basically everything is trashed. So I want to try to keep as much of my good interior as possible. Before I install it though, I have to cut a notch out because I have my fuse box relocated and it kind of gets in the way. I'm going to be honest, I love it. Look at it from the other side. Some people might not like that, but it was a very popular thing in the early 2000s in Japan, and I think it fits really well with the rest of it. It'll look better once I get the seats back in too. Here's my Nardi that I had in the car, and we're going to be swapping it out for this 330mm Sparkle wheel. Same size. I just don't like this wheel as much. I don't like the ridges on the back, whatever you call them. It's a little bit thinner than I'd like. And this is the wheel, same wheel that I have on my Sim that I've been using. You can see that wheel's seen a lot of love. And I don't know, I just like this one better. I'm not going to sell this or anything. I don't need the money. It's worth more to me to just hang it up on a wall or something somewhere. So, the quick release hub I have is P2M. I didn't feel like spending like however many hundreds of dollars on a works bell, and I definitely did not want NRG, so this one was actually cheap. It was about the same price as NRG, but it's not NRG, so that means it's good for me. I love it. I don't know how to put horn buttons in, to be honest. Did I actually just do it on accident? All right. I gotta make sure this is straight. So they have a red and blue one, and then the black one. I think the black one will look better because I don't want anything on my car that is not red, black, chrome, silver, or red. So I think we'll just play it safe with the black. I'll get a Nismo horn button at some point though. Yes, sir. There you go. Really excited to see how that's gonna feel. Now, we're gonna go eat chicken and watch Jimmy Oaks.
Real quick, we're just gonna pan over. Intense zoom.
See, this angle looks completely different.
Fully look at the camera, it's like totally different.
Yeah. The blue looks very blue here. Whereas, yeah, I don't know. Yes, the car is made of car.
So like, basically, I don't know what color I want to do. Like,
okay, well here. So this is Rob's, I almost called it a Foz. Rob's WRX. He has Graham lights on it. This was just kind of the color he got, but like, man, that looks so fire in person. Like, it actually shows up in the camera. But
yeah, so it's not the color I wanted at all, but it was on Marketplace and
the right size and everything.
The fitment on it's just really good. 18 by 9.5 plus 38 offset. And yeah, I mean,
he's not like,
I don't know how
he's
I
not
feel
like
about
completely sold on the color. Like, as you can see, like, it's good, But I'm thinking he should do like, look out.
I'm sorry.
I'm thinking he should do like a highlighter yellow, like World Rally Blue highlighter yellow wheels. I think that'd look sick. Put down in the comments what you think. But I really like his meaty stance. Very mature, practical. Fuck with it.
We got to see our traditional Japanese style hotel rooms. Still trying to figure out how to
I have the small hole up there, and then that big hole is so the head of the bolt can go through, so I don't have to have a part of a bolt sticking out the bottom that can get ground down or whatever. Love riv nuts, gotta be my favorite gender. Here she is with the canards. This was inspired by the old M Sport cars. It's all carbon. I'm really glad that I did put another vented hood on it, and I did do the fenders, because it was always kind of boring in the front right here with just the stock hood and fenders. So I did do some stuff off camera, like I raised my seat up because it was a little too low and it was kind of hard to see where like the front of the car was. And since my friends are pretty big, as you've seen in some of the other videos, I needed to take the rail off and move it back as far as possible just to kind of help them out. I was the first person in the United States with the Zeta 4s when they came out, and they didn't make a reclining version back then. I don't know what the name of the reclining version is. It's got its own separate name, but basically you just lose a lot of the bolstering down here or whatever it's called, and that'll just help them out, and it'll be nice to also be able to like flip the seat down and get back here if I ever need to. But we got that bar in. I think that looks sick. We did the glove box. I changed the wheel. I also added a spacer. I had a 1-inch spacer and I added a 1/2-inch spacer, and now my driving seating position is like perfect, and I'm really excited to drive it and drift it and just see how much better it feels, along with everything else that I've changed since last year to hopefully make the car drive a lot better, because it didn't drive very good last year, and that was because I had boost leaks, which I did replace this, the EGR delete. So Tier 3 is the shop that rebuilt my engine, which I completely forgot to talk about in the video, but that's a shop local to me where he built my engine for me, and he also made a billet EGR delete, and that's already on, and I boost leak tested it, and our boost leaks are gone. So I was gonna say now it should feel a lot faster, but I'm actually gonna be taking the hot side off because my turbo manifold and stuff just shipped out this Friday, which was like 2 days ago, because it's Sunday now. But that's gonna come, and hopefully we can get that on next week and get this thing to the dyno as soon as possible. I also switched back over to my old catch can. So basically, this is gonna sound kind of dumb, but I wanted to, when my car like first got done, I wanted to have like the engine bay like super clean, so like no strut bar, and I wanted to have that other catch can tucked down there to make the bay just look really empty. But now that I already have those pictures and stuff, and those pictures will last forever on the internet, now we're going just like straight like performance mode, I guess you could say. But strut bar is off for now. Like, yes, the car is very pretty, but I don't want to sacrifice any kind of performance for aesthetics. I want to ride that fine line of as stylish as possible without hindering the performance at all. I do have this new Urus grill and the Garage Defend cooling panel. I haven't put that on yet. I'll probably do that off camera. I got a little bit more that I want to do to like mount up the front end a little better, and I'll put those on after I do that, just in case like anything changes at all. I'd rather just play it safe than sorry. I had Sparco 3-inch harnesses in before, but they were chafing my neck and making it all red. So I switched to the 2-inch, and it'll be a little bit more practical, and they'll just use a normal buckle instead of whatever it's called on the other ones. People ask why I don't have a harness for the passenger seat and why I took it out, and honestly, these seats hold you in good enough to where you don't need it. And I plan on doing a lot of ride-alongs and just like giving a lot of people rides and stuff, and it's really annoying to adjust these, so it's just easier to use the normal 3-point harness, which is honestly probably safer. And with this being a drift car, you're not going like crazy fast when you're drifting. The speeds are still fairly low, so it'll be fine. A lot of people do it, and like I've been in drift cars with completely stock S14 seats and it wasn't even that bad. So if you've been in a bucket seat and you've drifted, then you probably know what I'm talking about. But the interior tune is fire. Also, before I forget, I got that fan over there. Haven't wired that in yet, but that'll be nice since I don't have AC in the car, and that's a mod that a lot of people do. Right now it's just that clip, but I would like to make some 3D printed like mount or bracket, kind of like something that you'd use on like a GoPro, and hopefully we could sell those. And yeah, cool idea. We did get the sub all wired in, and we played with it, and it does hit, and I'm happy because my goal for like the sound system on this, I just hit my ankle on those studs and that didn't feel good. But my BMW has Harman Kardon in it, and it's good. It could be a little bit better. That looks really good right there, but it could be a little bit better. But my goal with this was to make it just as good or better, and this definitely hits like a decent amount harder, so couldn't be any more happy with that. Subscribe if you are not already, drop a like, and thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.